Dialogues in English about Japan Part 1.
Hi, Sarah. I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture. Can you tell me about the significance of cherry blossoms, sakura, in Japan and how the arrival of spring is celebrated with Hanami? Hi, Sarah. I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture. Can you tell me about the significance of cherry blossoms, sakura, in Japan and how the arrival of spring is celebrated with Hanami?
Certainly, John. Cherry blossoms hold a special place in Japanese culture, symbolizing the transient nature of life. Hanami, the tradition of admiring sakura, involves picnicking under cherry blossom trees, appreciating their beauty, and reflecting on the fleeting nature of life. It's a time for Japanese people to connect with nature and enjoy the rejuvenation of spring. Certainly, John. Cherry blossoms hold a special place in Japanese culture, symbolizing the transient nature of life. Hanami, the tradition of admiring sakura, involves picnicking under cherry blossom trees, appreciating their beauty, and reflecting on the fleeting nature of life. It's a time for Japanese people to connect with nature and enjoy the rejuvenation of spring.
Hey, Mary. I've heard that Japanese cuisine is not just about sushi. Can you shed some light on the diverse world of Japanese food, from ramen to tempura and beyond? Hey, Mary. I've heard that Japanese cuisine is not just about sushi. Can you shed some light on the diverse world of Japanese food, from ramen to tempura and beyond?
Absolutely, Mark. Japanese cuisine is incredibly diverse, with a wide range of dishes beyond sushi. Ramen, for instance, is a popular noodle soup, while tempura features deep-fried vegetables and seafood. Japan's regional specialties, such as okonomiyaki and takoyaki, provide a glimpse into the country's culinary diversity, and they're all worth trying. Absolutely, Mark. Japanese cuisine is incredibly diverse, with a wide range of dishes beyond sushi. Ramen, for instance, is a popular noodle soup, while tempura features deep-fried vegetables and seafood. Japan's regional specialties, such as okonomiyaki and takoyaki, provide a glimpse into the country's culinary diversity, and they're all worth trying.
Sarah, I'm curious about the concept of Zen Buddhism and its influence on Japanese culture. Could you explain how Zen philosophy has shaped various aspects of Japanese life, from architecture to tea ceremonies? Sarah, I'm curious about the concept of Zen Buddhism and its influence on Japanese culture. Could you explain how Zen philosophy has shaped various aspects of Japanese life, from architecture to tea ceremonies?
Of course, David. Zen Buddhism has deeply influenced Japanese culture, emphasizing mindfulness, simplicity, and aesthetic beauty. It has impacted architecture with minimalist design and the concept of wabi-sabi, which values imperfection. Zen principles are also evident in traditional Japanese tea ceremonies, promoting tranquility, respect, and the appreciation of the moment. Of course, David. Zen Buddhism has deeply influenced Japanese culture, emphasizing mindfulness, simplicity, and aesthetic beauty. It has impacted architecture with minimalist design and the concept of wabi-sabi, which values imperfection. Zen principles are also evident in traditional Japanese tea ceremonies, promoting tranquility, respect, and the appreciation of the moment.
Mary, can you provide some insights into the importance of traditional Japanese arts like ikebana, flower arranging, and calligraphy? How do these practices reflect Japanese aesthetics and philosophy? Mary, can you provide some insights into the importance of traditional Japanese arts like ikebana, flower arranging, and calligraphy? How do these practices reflect Japanese aesthetics and philosophy?
Certainly, Tom. Ikebana and calligraphy are essential components of traditional Japanese arts. Ikebana emphasizes the balance and harmony of nature through flower arrangements, reflecting the Japanese appreciation for simplicity and elegance. Calligraphy, on the other hand, showcases the beauty of brush strokes, emphasizing the importance of precision and artistic expression in the written word. Certainly, Tom. Ikebana and calligraphy are essential components of traditional Japanese arts. Ikebana emphasizes the balance and harmony of nature through flower arrangements, reflecting the Japanese appreciation for simplicity and elegance. Calligraphy, on the other hand, showcases the beauty of brush strokes, emphasizing the importance of precision and artistic expression in the written word.
Sarah, I've always been intrigued by the concept of omotenashi in Japanese culture. Can you explain the significance of this hospitality philosophy and how it influences various aspects of Japanese service and etiquette? Sarah, I've always been intrigued by the concept of omotenashi in Japanese culture. Can you explain the significance of this hospitality philosophy and how it influences various aspects of Japanese service and etiquette?
Absolutely, Alex. Omotenashi is a central tenet of Japanese hospitality, emphasizing the art of anticipating and fulfilling guests' needs. It influences everything from the warm welcome you receive at a ryokan, traditional inn, to the attention to detail in service at restaurants. Omotenashi is about ensuring guests feel truly valued and cared for. Absolutely, Alex. Omotenashi is a central tenet of Japanese hospitality, emphasizing the art of anticipating and fulfilling guests' needs. It influences everything from the warm welcome you receive at a ryokan, traditional inn, to the attention to detail in service at restaurants. Omotenashi is about ensuring guests feel truly valued and cared for.
Mary, I'm curious about Japan's rich history of samurai culture. Could you share some insights into the role of the samurai in Japanese history and how their legacy still influences modern Japan? Mary, I'm curious about Japan's rich history of samurai culture. Could you share some insights into the role of the samurai in Japanese history and how their legacy still influences modern Japan?
Certainly, John. The samurai played a vital role in Japan's history as warrior nobility, known for their loyalty, discipline, and martial skill. While the era of the samurai has passed, their influence can be seen in Japanese values such as Bushido, the way of the warrior, which emphasizes honor and duty. Modern Japan continues to be inspired by the samurai's legacy in various ways, from martial arts to popular culture. Certainly, John. The samurai played a vital role in Japan's history as warrior nobility, known for their loyalty, discipline, and martial skill. While the era of the samurai has passed, their influence can be seen in Japanese values such as Bushido, the way of the warrior, which emphasizes honor and duty. Modern Japan continues to be inspired by the samurai's legacy in various ways, from martial arts to popular culture.
Hey, Sarah. I've always been curious about the significance of traditional Japanese festivals like Obon and Gion Matsuri. Could you explain the origins and cultural importance of these festivals? Hey, Sarah. I've always been curious about the significance of traditional Japanese festivals like Obon and Gion Matsuri. Could you explain the origins and cultural importance of these festivals?
Of course, Mark. Obon is a Buddhist festival to honor ancestors' spirits. Families gather to welcome their spirits back and pay respects at grave sites. Gion Matsuri is a renowned Kyoto festival with beautiful processions and rituals, celebrating Japan's rich cultural heritage. These festivals are an integral part of Japanese tradition, connecting people with their history and spirituality. Of course, Mark. Obon is a Buddhist festival to honor ancestors' spirits. Families gather to welcome their spirits back and pay respects at grave sites. Gion Matsuri is a renowned Kyoto festival with beautiful processions and rituals, celebrating Japan's rich cultural heritage. These festivals are an integral part of Japanese tradition, connecting people with their history and spirituality.
Mary, I've heard that Japan's natural landscapes are stunning. Can you describe the diversity of Japan's geography, from the snowy Hokkaido to the lush beauty of Kyoto, and how it influences the country's culture and lifestyle? Mary, I've heard that Japan's natural landscapes are stunning. Can you describe the diversity of Japan's geography, from the snowy Hokkaido to the lush beauty of Kyoto, and how it influences the country's culture and lifestyle?
Certainly, David. Japan's geography is remarkably diverse, from the snow-covered landscapes of Hokkaido to the lush greenery of Kyoto. This variety has led to different regional cuisines, traditions, and lifestyles. The Japanese have a deep appreciation for nature, and it's evident in the seasonal festivals and the integration of natural elements in their arts and design. Certainly, David. Japan's geography is remarkably diverse, from the snow-covered landscapes of Hokkaido to the lush greenery of Kyoto. This variety has led to different regional cuisines, traditions, and lifestyles. The Japanese have a deep appreciation for nature, and it's evident in the seasonal festivals and the integration of natural elements in their arts and design.
Sarah, I've always been intrigued by the concept of onsen, hot springs, in Japan. Can you explain the cultural significance of onsen, and how they are incorporated into Japanese society and leisure activities? Sarah, I've always been intrigued by the concept of onsen, hot springs, in Japan. Can you explain the cultural significance of onsen, and how they are incorporated into Japanese society and leisure activities?
Of course, Tom. Onsen are a vital part of Japanese culture, known for their therapeutic benefits and relaxation. They're often integrated into traditional ryokan experiences, and they're considered a way to connect with nature and unwind. Japanese people value the rejuvenating effects of onsen and frequently incorporate them into their leisure and wellness routines. Of course, Tom. Onsen are a vital part of Japanese culture, known for their therapeutic benefits and relaxation. They're often integrated into traditional ryokan experiences, and they're considered a way to connect with nature and unwind. Japanese people value the rejuvenating effects of onsen and frequently incorporate them into their leisure and wellness routines.
Mary, I'm fascinated by Japan's technological advancements and its commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Can you elaborate on how Japan balances modernity and tradition, and how this dynamic has influenced various aspects of Japanese society? Mary, I'm fascinated by Japan's technological advancements and its commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Can you elaborate on how Japan balances modernity and tradition, and how this dynamic has influenced various aspects of Japanese society.
Japan indeed strikes a unique balance between modernity and tradition. The country is renowned for its technological innovations while holding steadfast to its cultural heritage. This dynamic is evident in everyday life, from the juxtaposition of ancient temples with futuristic skyscrapers in cities like Tokyo to the coexistence of traditional kimono and cutting-edge fashion. It's a testament to Japan's ability to adapt and thrive while preserving its rich history and traditions. Japan indeed strikes a unique balance between modernity and tradition. The country is renowned for its technological innovations while holding steadfast to its cultural heritage. This dynamic is evident in everyday life, from the juxtaposition of ancient temples with futuristic skyscrapers in cities like Tokyo to the coexistence of traditional kimono and cutting-edge fashion. It's a testament to Japan's ability to adapt and thrive while preserving its rich history and traditions.
Hi, Sarah. I've always been intrigued by Japanese history. Can you share some insights into the origins of Japan and how it developed into a unique culture and nation over the centuries? Hi, Sarah. I've always been intrigued by Japanese history. Can you share some insights into the origins of Japan and how it developed into a unique culture and nation over the centuries?
Certainly, John. Japan's history is rich and spans over 2 millennia. The nation's origins can be traced to ancient clans and kingdoms that eventually unified under the Yamato rulers. Japan's culture was shaped by influences from China and Korea, leading to the development of its unique language, art, and traditions. Certainly, John. Japan's history is rich and spans over 2 millennia. The nation's origins can be traced to ancient clans and kingdoms that eventually unified under the Yamato rulers. Japan's culture was shaped by influences from China and Korea, leading to the development of its unique language, art, and traditions.
Hey, Mary, I've heard about Japan's feudal era and the role of samurai during that time. Can you explain how the feudal system worked and the cultural significance of the samurai in Japanese history? Hey, Mary, I've heard about Japan's feudal era and the role of samurai during that time. Can you explain how the feudal system worked and the cultural significance of the samurai in Japanese history?
Of course, Mark. The feudal era in Japan was marked by a hierarchical system with the emperor at the top, followed by shoguns, daimyos, and samurai. Samurai were warrior nobility who adhered to Bushido, a code of conduct emphasizing honor and loyalty. Their influence is still felt today in Japanese values and martial arts. Of course, Mark. The feudal era in Japan was marked by a hierarchical system with the emperor at the top, followed by shoguns, daimyos, and samurai. Samurai were warrior nobility who adhered to Bushido, a code of conduct emphasizing honor and loyalty. Their influence is still felt today in Japanese values and martial arts.
Sarah, I find Japan's traditional arts like ikebana, flower arranging, and calligraphy fascinating. Can you provide some insights into the philosophy and significance of these practices in Japanese culture? Sarah, I find Japan's traditional arts like ikebana, flower arranging, and calligraphy fascinating. Can you provide some insights into the philosophy and significance of these practices in Japanese culture?
Absolutely, David. Ikebana and calligraphy are central to Japanese aesthetics. Ikebana focuses on the harmony between nature and artistic expression, while calligraphy emphasizes the beauty of brushwork and the written word. These arts reflect the Japanese appreciation for simplicity, precision, and the connection between art and nature. Absolutely, David. Ikebana and calligraphy are central to Japanese aesthetics. Ikebana focuses on the harmony between nature and artistic expression, while calligraphy emphasizes the beauty of brushwork and the written word. These arts reflect the Japanese appreciation for simplicity, precision, and the connection between art and nature.
Mary, can you explain the importance of tea ceremonies in Japanese culture and how they reflect the values of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility? Mary, can you explain the importance of tea ceremonies in Japanese culture and how they reflect the values of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility?
Certainly, Tom. Japanese tea ceremonies, or shinoyu, are a highly ritualized form of preparing and drinking matcha, green tea. They embody the principles of wa, harmony, kei, respect, sei, purity, and jaku, tranquility. The ceremonies are about creating a serene and mindful atmosphere, emphasizing the appreciation of the present moment. Certainly, Tom. Japanese tea ceremonies, or shinoyu, are a highly ritualized form of preparing and drinking matcha, green tea. They embody the principles of wa, harmony, kei, respect, sei, purity, and jaku, tranquility. The ceremonies are about creating a serene and mindful atmosphere, emphasizing the appreciation of the present moment.
Sarah, I'm intrigued by the concept of omotenashi in Japan, which emphasizes hospitality and service. Can you provide insights into how this philosophy is ingrained in various aspects of Japanese life and how it makes visitors feel welcome? Sarah, I'm intrigued by the concept of omotenashi in Japan, which emphasizes hospitality and service. Can you provide insights into how this philosophy is ingrained in various aspects of Japanese life and how it makes visitors feel welcome?
Of course, Alex. Omotenashi is a fundamental aspect of Japanese culture, emphasizing the host's commitment to anticipating and fulfilling guests' needs. This philosophy is embedded in everything from ryokan, traditional inns, to dining experiences and retail interactions. It ensures that guests feel genuinely valued and cared for, creating a welcoming and memorable experience. Of course, Alex. Omotenashi is a fundamental aspect of Japanese culture, emphasizing the host's commitment to anticipating and fulfilling guests' needs. This philosophy is embedded in everything from ryokan, traditional inns, to dining experiences and retail interactions. It ensures that guests feel genuinely valued and cared for, creating a welcoming and memorable experience.
Mary, I've heard about Japan's festivals like Hanami and Gion Matsuri. Can you elaborate on these celebrations and how they reflect Japanese culture and traditions? Mary, I've heard about Japan's festivals like Hanami and Gion Matsuri. Can you elaborate on these celebrations and how they reflect Japanese culture and traditions?
Certainly, John. Hanami is the annual tradition of cherry blossom viewing, where people gather under blooming sakura trees to appreciate their beauty and enjoy picnics. Gion Matsuri is one of Japan's most famous festivals, celebrated in Kyoto with processions and rituals. Both of these festivals showcase Japan's cultural heritage and the importance of nature in the Japanese way of life. Certainly, John. Hanami is the annual tradition of cherry blossom viewing, where people gather under blooming sakura trees to appreciate their beauty and enjoy picnics. Gion Matsuri is one of Japan's most famous festivals, celebrated in Kyoto with processions and rituals. Both of these festivals showcase Japan's cultural heritage and the importance of nature in the Japanese way of life.
Hey, Sarah, Japan's natural landscapes are known for their beauty and diversity. Can you describe the different regions, from the snowy Hokkaido to the lush Kansai, and how they influence the culture, traditions, and lifestyle in Japan? Hey, Sarah, Japan's natural landscapes are known for their beauty and diversity. Can you describe the different regions, from the snowy Hokkaido to the lush Kansai, and how they influence the culture, traditions, and lifestyle in Japan?
Absolutely, Mark. Japan's geographical diversity is astonishing, from the snowy landscapes of Hokkaido to the lush Kansai region. This variety influences the regional cuisine, traditions, and way of life. Japanese people have a deep appreciation for nature, and this connection is evident in the seasonal festivals and the integration of natural elements into art and design. Absolutely, Mark. Japan's geographical diversity is astonishing, from the snowy landscapes of Hokkaido to the lush Kansai region. This variety influences the regional cuisine, traditions, and way of life. Japanese people have a deep appreciation for nature, and this connection is evident in the seasonal festivals and the integration of natural elements into art and design.
Mary, I've always been fascinated by Japan's technological advancements. Can you explain how Japan has managed to balance its rich cultural heritage with its commitment to innovation and modernity? Mary, I've always been fascinated by Japan's technological advancements. Can you explain how Japan has managed to balance its rich cultural heritage with its commitment to innovation and modernity?
Japan is renowned for striking a balance between tradition and modernity. The country's technological advancements coexist with a deep respect for its cultural heritage. This is evident in the fusion of ancient temples and futuristic skyscrapers in cities like Tokyo, the blend of traditional kimono with contemporary fashion, and the integration of traditional arts with cutting-edge technology. Japan's ability to embrace innovation while preserving its rich history is a testament to its uniqueness. Japan is renowned for striking a balance between tradition and modernity. The country's technological advancements coexist with a deep respect for its cultural heritage. This is evident in the fusion of ancient temples and futuristic skyscrapers in cities like Tokyo, the blend of traditional kimono with contemporary fashion, and the integration of traditional arts with cutting-edge technology. Japan's ability to embrace innovation while preserving its rich history is a testament to its uniqueness.
Sarah, I've heard about Japan's hot springs, or onsen, and their cultural significance. Can you provide insights into how onsen are incorporated into Japanese society, leisure activities, and wellness routines? Sarah, I've heard about Japan's hot springs, or onsen, and their cultural significance. Can you provide insights into how onsen are incorporated into Japanese society, leisure activities, and wellness routines?
Certainly, Tom. Onsen, or hot springs, are a vital part of Japanese culture, known for their therapeutic benefits and relaxation. They're often integrated into traditional ryokan experiences and are considered a way to connect with nature, unwind, and rejuvenate. Japanese people value the physical and mental benefits of onsen, incorporating them into their leisure and wellness routines. Certainly, onsen, or hot springs, are a vital part of Japanese culture, known for their therapeutic benefits and relaxation. They're often integrated into traditional ryokan experiences and are considered a way to connect with nature, unwind, and rejuvenate. Japanese people value the physical and mental benefits of onsen, incorporating them into their leisure and wellness routines.
Mary, I'm intrigued by Japan's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Can you explain how Japan has safeguarded its historical sites, temples, and traditions, and how this preservation has influenced its identity and tourism industry? Mary, I'm intrigued by Japan's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Can you explain how Japan has safeguarded its historical sites, temples, and traditions, and how this preservation has influenced its identity and tourism industry?
Japan has made significant efforts to preserve its cultural heritage, with many historical sites, temples, and traditions protected and designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This preservation not only safeguards Japan's identity but also contributes to its thriving tourism industry. Visitors are drawn to Japan's rich history and traditions, making it a destination that beautifully balances its past with the present. Japan has made significant efforts to preserve its cultural heritage, with many historical sites, temples, and traditions protected and designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This preservation not only safeguards Japan's identity but also contributes to its thriving tourism industry. Visitors are drawn to Japan's rich history and traditions, making it a destination that beautifully balances its past with the present.